Hello YouTube, Shizney Gaming here, playing some more Kerbal Space Program on this wonderful day. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what exactly we'll be doing today. As my land renders. I'm thinking perhaps docking a science module to my station. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Let us dock a science module to my station. Now for that I'm going to need a command pod. We've got room for 3 more. Actually no, we got one, two, we got room. That's all we need to know. Oops, we don't need that. We need the advanced SS module large. We need a docking port. If this thing will stop popping up and down. Here we are. We need some power. So we're gonna go and throw on a couple of panels. I found that a lot of panels aren't necessary, or even the big panels aren't necessary for most applications. Like unless you're running ion drives, you're not gonna need them. There's really not enough usage for power as is. Perhaps they'll come up with a better use for it. But as for now, it's pretty much, near useless. So, we're going to go ahead and slap on a couple of lights for docking. We need the Mark II illuminators because they don't just, spam flood the area with light. Then we need the Science Mobile Processing Lab. Yeah, pretty much that's pretty much it, really. I mean, throw in an RCS tank and then RCS build aid. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some RCS thrusters. Now this thing is really heavy, so I'm gonna put on a not insignificant amount of thrusters. Balance that out to 0 rotational kilonewton minutes, or whatever the M means. I think it's just minutes, but could be me, and those are off balance. But whatever, no one cares. 2 structural. Now we need to add a booster engines, as I call them. Just something that'll haul me out towards the station once we're in space, and perhaps put me into orbit, or circularize my orbit, if the launcher didn't do what it needed to do. People are messaging me on Facebook, why is that open? Oh god, alright. I'll have to deal with that, I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. To you, it was a moment. To me, it was almost an hour, actually. Oh, that's been a long time. Okay, so if I remember correctly, we were building a science module for our station. Yes, we needed the transfer stage, yay! Okay, so this will actually feature LVT-45 engines. I know they're not the most efficient. I don't care. That's just it. Thing is, I need more power than efficiency. Even if, actually, honestly, the nuke engines are good if you really, really want to overdo the Delta V and you really don't care about efficiency. But to be honest, I mean, if you're, say, going to Duna, you don't need nuke engines. You really don't. You just need a couple of these slapped onto one of these. I mean, it's if I grab my MechJub unit just to give a Delta V count. There we are, MechJub Delta V. Look at that. Almost just over 3 clicks a second in just this one stage. I mean, like seriously, how much more do you want? That's more than enough for me to actually maneuver towards the station and then get to it. So now we just need a launch stage. I mean, look at that, It's ridiculous. So we're going to go ahead and slap you. What's your thrust ratio? 1.14? Yeah, that could be a problem. 1.72. Okay, no, that's not so bad, actually. Alright, aerodynamics. Come on. Boop. Structurals. There we go. Look at that, 7,223 meters a second. So this stage here, sorry, pardon my sniffling. These god-dreaded allergies. Stupid plants and their stupid reproductive things makes me all plugged up. Alright. This thing has enough Delta V in it to theoretically land on the moon. Or at least, from my past experience. So, this should be just plenty lots. So I gotta check that. See, now with my Ferrum Aerospace Research plugin, I should mention I've got a couple of plugins. The only one that really affecting us right now is Ferrum Aerospace Research and the Navy Fish Docking Alignment Indicator. Aside from that, I've got none others that are really affecting us, but right now we just have to worry about Ferrum Aerospace. Now, with Ferrum Aerospace, you want your center of under the center of mass. Otherwise, you're going to flip arse over tea kettle, and it's going to be a bad day. So I like the Delta Deluxe winglets. Slap on some of those. Problem solved. By the time you get any high altitude, this doesn't matter. This will haul us way out there, so. Alrighty. ISS science module. There we go. Save. Just a couple more struts for safety reasons, and I don't use boosters. I don't know about you, but I dislike boosters. They're too structurally unstable for my liking. I can't control them. I can't do anything. They scare me. So I don't use them. Well, I shouldn't say scare me, because it's not actual fear, but I dislike their lack of control. There's some on my screen there. It's in my way. It looks like a little spider, but it's stuck to my screen. Hang on. Almost got it. It's like playing scratch and win. Come on. There we go. I win. I get to see my game. Alright. Save. Launch. Now, with that unusually lengthy rendering screen in place, I shall launch this. Now, preferably I'd have a fairing and whatnot on top of here, but really unnecessary at this point. I think I'm going to do this without any assistance, which is kind of cool. And, I think, yeah, pretty much, what else we gotta do, right? Let's, go throttle up here. And our station. There we go. Okay, so that's guided by the station hab module. I think what I'll do is try and, oh my god, the sniffling. Try and do a, daytime insertion. There we go. So let's try it like this. And boo! Alright, now I do have my sound off because, I don't know, bad things happen to good people when it's on, so. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and pitch over already. Thanks, Fairham Aerospace. Which, actually, I'm not being sarcastic. That's an actual thank you for, making this a little bit nicer to work with. Your aerodynamics and all. Like, this looks more like a real launch ascent. Not, going up to 10 kilometers and cranking over 45 to the right. Also, it reduces the amount of delta V required to get off the planet by, actually making it so if you do well with your aerodynamics, you won't get tickled in bad places. Know what I'm saying? So, really, it's a good mod, especially for space planes. You don't need 36 intakes to operate a single turbojet at high altitudes with that mod. It's nice. Also, with the recent updates, they finally fixed an old bug that I actually wasn't sure if it was a bug or not. It was this thing where your turbojet engines never seem to have a velocity limit. You could be traveling 12 kilometers a second, and go away, Skype. You could be traveling 12 kilometers a second, and you could still be accelerating, and that doesn't quite work with jet engines, I'm afraid. So, yeah, it kind of bugged me a bit, but at the same time, I kind of, was able to exploit it quite nicely, and it really made space planes a lot simpler when you could, get up to 2,500 meters a second, and, have an apoapse of 600 kilometers, and only have to use your rockets to circularize at the apoapse. It was quite nice. No matter, though. We're off to space today, and this launch stage is actually quite nice. It's got plenty of kick, and it does what it needs to do. Now I'm thinking of my next mission. I might send up a giant research mission to, oh, right, I was supposed to pay attention to this. Okay, if I keep accelerating. This could be a problem. Ha, let's do this. We got enough delta V to do this. Okay. Now, I don't need that anymore. We need it to burn up in the atmosphere, so we're going to stage. Oh, drat. Oh, I did not want that. No, that thing's not supposed to be there. Oh, dang it. Oh, well. Now, we need the solar panels open, because we are pretty much in space. We're sort of like where the ISS would be right now. The International Space Station is not exactly in space completely, from what I understand. It's in space enough that it's not really hindered much by the air, but it still gets hindered enough where they have to fire boosters on the station to adjust its apoapsis and periapsis every, couple. I don't know how long is that. I would assume it to be every couple weeks. But yeah, you know. Okay, so actually I'm in a vacuum now, of course. So, I'm not going to quick save because this is going to be an experimental thing here. And, oh, my inclination is way off. Right. That was a problem. I'm going to go ahead and circularize here. Try and match it with my target. We got more than enough delta V, of course, to do this, but, Okay, now we're headed towards the target at about... Oh, okay. Where are you headed? Okay, so I need to go that way. I might put some nice music in the background, just to sort of keep things entertaining, so that they don't get bored to the point where people want to start killing themselves. It's never a good thing to have your audience kill themselves. It really isn't. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and look at you. Oh my God, Skype, go away! Nobody likes you. Ugh, it's probably my whiny friends who all want my attention. Let's be honest. Like I like when people like to talk to me. It feels good. But I mean, if you're just gonna sit there and just like complain about your life every single day, to me, I just rather not talk to you. I mean, it's okay. We're all human, right? We get those days where we just don't care to speak to anyone at all. But for God's sakes, just stop. After like a little while, you're allowed to rant for a little bit, but then just stop. you know? Anyway. Heading towards our station now. Oh, that's a little too fast. God, I'm really aggressively maneuvering here. Okay, so... Frickin', where is it? Gotta frickin' turn Skype off. As my sister coughs upstairs. Everyone hates me. Doesn't want me to record, I mean. Okay. Now, we need to slow down relative to the target. And push that there. Okay, that's a little bit better. We're getting better. This is really aggressive maneuvering, though. Like, honestly, this is... Oh, did we get within loading range? Oh, I had an FPS drop. Where is he? Where is it? Where'd he go? Hey, I remember you. Let's just go ahead and, kill our relative velocity. Okay. Now I need to point at you. And burn. Now that, you're just over there. God, I can't see anything on the dark side. I apologize. I might actually see if I can wait to the light side to really do anything. There we go. Now we can turn around, and what we're going to do is once we get close enough... Oh my God, Kerbin is beautiful. Once we get close enough, we're going to go ahead and just slow ourselves down. That's the thing, is just, slowing down. You gotta make sure you don't collide with your station. That's the most depressing thing to ever have happen. It really is. I mean, you spent so long building this beautiful station, and then you just crack into it after working so hard to get this thing out towards there. It's just not fair. No fair. Also, time warping is a murder. That's just, time warp's a murder. You know, we're just gonna skim right. We're gonna graze right past this sucker. So I like it. Slow to about 4 meters a second, perhaps. I don't know. Actually, we're gonna go and slow down pretty much all the way. There we go. So we're heading the way this way. So that when I bump this junk away. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and quick save. Always quick save before staging. You know, call me superstitious, or you know, whatever you want to call me. Call me worrisome. But staging is the scariest thing of any rocket. Or any mission, really. Alright, control from here. And we're gonna set that unit as our docking target. Now, here's the thing. I have this docking alignment indicator, and it gives you everything you could possibly need to know. Like, basically, you line everything up on here, you go forward, you dock perfectly. But we don't want that. I'm actually gonna go ahead and slide that over. I'm gonna just. Where can I hide that? It's not gonna be a problem for anything. Okay, I'll just put it over to the side here. Okay, so I can't. It's not usable to me. I'm gonna do this more or less just manually. I mean, okay, so we want to rotate and just like approximate where our, you know, station's rotational that's going to be. I mean, you can always fine tune it later, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, now we can turn on our RCS and push over, really. Like honestly, I mean, you could use the nav ball for this. Okay, wait, I want to go with this one. That's up, that's down. Okay, we need height first. Yes, okay, height's approximately good. This is where our nav ball comes in handy. Sort of. Okay, whatever. Eyeball it. And eyeballing is actually one of the best things you can do in this game, I've found. It's, I mean, yeah, a lot of information systems are good. But, I mean, eyeballing is probably one of the better ones. I hope no one's trying to tell me something. People just come up to my door with no regard to what I'm doing. And, you know, I can understand that they really don't care. Because, you know, to be honest, you know, I wouldn't expect anyone to care about, you know, if I'm recording or not. That sounded a lot more depressing than it really was meant. All I mean is, not everyone understands what it's like to be a person who records things. I am speaking to keep myself from getting bored while doing this. I'm sorry, I should really be doing post-commentary. Okay, I need you to go that way. Oh, it's the off-center docking, or sorry, RCS ports that are messing me up. Okay. Oh, no, it's the fact that I'm 45 degrees. That's what's getting me. Okay. That's what it is. Now I gotta put you away so you don't smash. Alright. Okay. Now can I push you this way? Actually, I think we're pretty much good to dock, almost. Just a couple last things. Alright, checking that we're not going to smash into the solar panels. I might have to put up a new solar array. Honestly, that solar array, it was a unique idea because it's just a small turbine blade design that I call it. But I don't think it's going to work very well. God, docking without... Oh my god, docking without the alignment indicator is honestly about as exciting as trying to, like, you know, snipe someone in Call of Duty without any sort of crosshair, or scope, I mean. And I'm not talking like no scoping or anything, I'm talking just like iron sights. Like snipering with an assault rifle, for example. Battlefield's a better example because you can just take your scope off in that game. But, whatever. Okay, I think we're good to dock. Make sure everything's all lined up. Oh my god. It's terrible when you find things off center. Then you're like, no, must fix. Docked! Haha! We've done it! We have docked our science module. And that piece of space debris needs to be deorbited. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Should have probably thought of that one sooner, but no matter. Okay, so, what all do we have on our station? Well, for starters, we have... Oh, okay, this thing's wobbly. We have a severe rotation problem, which always occurs. I can't keep this thing steady in any way. And what else? Okay, so, here's the rundown of what we have. We have our science module. We've got an RCS reserve tank now. We've got a fuel store, which is not that big. It carries some monopropellant, but not a significant amount. But, I mean, it's enough, right, if you had to do something in orbit or whatever. We've got a habitation module, which is good for up to 8 Kerbals, plus 3 including the capsule. And, honestly, this is just an exciting build. I mean, it's at about a 200 kilometer circular orbit, which is... I don't know, I can't describe it. It's just exciting. So anyways, let's get 2 Kerbals into the science unit, and then we'll get the third into... Okay, so... Oh, Bob and Jebediah! I thought I killed you. Alright. You, my good friend, can go into the science module. I only trust you to do the science. Now, I wonder if the science module has an IVA yet. Maybe not. Maybe not. Jebediah. Nope, it does not. Oh well. Okay, next we can go ahead and grab wherever that crew hatch is. Jeff. No, we'll put Bob in there. Bob and Jeb have been friends for such a long time. It'd be rude to keep them apart. Alright, now I need an idea for the next thing to dock to this. I don't know what to dock to it, to be honest. Anyways, we need to get Jeff Burry out of there. I'm thinking maybe some sort of adapter or truss piece that can extend these out a little further so that I can actually dock things to them without having to smash into other components. Seems like a simple enough thing to do in my opinion. Now, Jeff Burry, you actually get to go and relax in a hab module. Just down here. Which one's got the single occupant? John Bliss? Okay, yeah, you can join John Bliss, Jeff Burry. And next I'll have to make a space shuttle that can start shuttling crew to and from this station. Okay, so that's that capsule empty. The main capsule... Bill, I need you to get out of command for a minute. Well, I guess it's no longer command, now it's just another part of the station. There's no real command in my opinion. Not yet, anyway. Gonna make you board in there. Okay, Jeff Burry, IVA. Any open seats left? Yes, we've got 1 open seat. Alright. Who gets to be the lucky occupant? Steve? Yeah, Steve. It's gotta be Steve. It's always Steve. It was always Steve. No, come on. Get. There we go. Oh, that reminds me. I totally forgot to turn on my lights for the docking. That's okay. Board that. Look at that. I mean, we're passing right over the ocean right now. Like, God, that's just gorgeous. How often do you get to see something like this, you know? I want to rotate this thing slightly, but I don't see any real way of safely doing so. I might get the Kerbal attachment system strut endpoints up here somehow. Maybe on a spaceplane, just stick them on the side and get them up here so Kerbals can rip them off and reassemble them elsewhere to help stabilize this thing so I can keep it rotated. But until then, I think we'll just enjoy the fact that we are in space with a station. And, yeah, thank you for watching. Stay tuned.